Hi everybody and welcome back to my basement once again. Today I have a new review on Iflight product actually, and this is the Protek R25 Cinewhoop. And you know, we already had the Protek 25 right here. Iflight told me they basically made an updated version of it. It's supposed to be a little bit slimmer, lighter, less noisier I guess. So I'm very curious to check it out and to see what they came up with. And before I unbox this, please remember to like, subscribe and comment on this video. Let me know what you think about these Cinewhoop kind of drones. And as always, links down in the description. Let's unbox it. And boom, let's open it and see what's inside. First of all, we are presented with a couple of bags, one for accessories and one for propellers. They are extra propellers, 4 of them, and you already have them installed. And here you have your extra screws, your battery strap, battery pads and antenna tubes. That's it. Then we have the drone itself. Look at this beauty. It has round ducts actually, and it's not a pusher anymore. Wow, that's crazy. We're gonna check it out later. Let's see what else is in the box. We have the foam and of course, as always, we have the manuals. This is for Express LRS because it's an Express LRS drone. Finally comes stock with it. Stickers, and what else is this? And actually you need to read this very carefully because it says they have changed the internal electronics. They have a different gyro, different barometer, and the new Iflight doesn't really recognize it very well. And they had to make a custom firmware for it, and you need to download it from Google Drive basically if you wanna update it. But I believe next versions of Iflight are gonna support these electronics, and I guess it's because of the chip shortage. There are not many components available, but they actually went for a better one, they said, so I'm curious to test it out actually. Let's see the specs of this drone. You got 113mm motor to motor. This is a squish deck design basically. You got shorter rear and wider rear. I wish they went with a regular X and really remove all of this extra weight basically. It weighs 147 grams, which is not heavy, but I guess it could be much lighter. And again, there is this extra material also. The side have like a wall of TPU, and that's all. Yeah, it's good for protection, but it's extra weight in my opinion. And also the bottom plate is 2.5mm thickness. It's really a wide slab of carbon, and on the top is 1.5mm. It's very dense feeling, even if it's light. And I'm curious to see how it flies really. This drone uses Nazgul tri-blade propellers. They are 25-25. They are pushed by a Xing 1404 4600 kV motor, and they are pushed by a 20 amp ESC 4-in-1 with the flight controller. Is an F4 flight controller, and it goes up to 4S maximum. So this is a 4S drone actually. In front of here we have a Cadex Polar Nano. I'm very curious of trying it out. It's a much smaller and lighter version of the Cadex Polar. We have a regular Cadex Vista, is not naked, and of course the Iflight antenna with the warning sticker on it. This antenna performed very good in my experience. And on the back here we got a Express LRS 2.4 GHz tower antenna receiver. And this receiver inside here with this antenna is not really the most long range one. It goes up to 1 kilometer probably, maybe more, maybe less. But for an application of a Cinewhoop is plenty enough. I tested it, and usually I don't go more than 300-400 meters with this kind of drone. So time to bind it and go fly. And remove the actually stickers I've not talked about, but it has always this kind of stickers. And boom, everything is set up and it's ready to fly. I'm gonna use a 650 milliamps 4S battery. Wow, it's much more silent than the other Proteks. I'm not used to this radio. I'm still using the Taranis because this drone comes stock with the 2.4 GHz receiver from Express LRS. And I guess I have some issue on my radio actually, because yeah, it's the second time dropping. Yesterday I dropped the Holy Bro copies, so my Taranis is basic. No, I cannot go. I cannot continue like this. Why is it disconnecting this radio? I need to change the receiver. But the drone is flying nice. I'm gonna fix it and fly again. And boom, I just added a 900 MHz receiver so I can use my Commando 8, which is the 900 MHz version. I just wish this drone came out with 900 MHz as well. Instead it's only 2.4 GHz and you need to replace the receiver if you want the 900 one. But I guess it's not gonna have issues now. I'm much more at home with this radio. Yeah, I feel so much better. So, as I was telling you before, this is one of the most silent 2.5 inches I have heard so far. Let's see how it aggroes. Oh wow, it flies actually very, very, very nice. That's almost impressive, I would say. Flies a bit like a toothpick. Not bad at all. I need to lower the rates a bit because they are so fast. But other than that, wow. Wow, wow, it flies really, really, really good. Iflight knows what it's doing, I guess. Like, I was a bit skeptical about returning to puller motor, not pusher one. But yeah, you are seeing for yourself, this drone flies just perfect, I would say. Wow. There is a little bit of shake when you do power loops, but it's just nitpicking. I mean, super, oh my god, yeah, I have an insect biting on my arm. Come on, go away. Yeah, very, very impressed. And I don't think the issue of the drone dropping before was due to the receiver, because I was flying another drone the other day, the Olibro copies, and it was dropping as well. So the issue is in my radio, it's old and something must be happening inside, I don't know. Also the battery is kind of wasted, so maybe the module is pulling more amperage than it can provide, you know, the drill, so it loses connection for a bit. But yeah, this, I was saying toothpick, this Cinewhoop flies very, very, very good. And still I will make the Cadex Vista naked on this because I like having a little bit of lighter drone. But wow. And I just wish, I don't know why they went with a lighter design. That's every video I do, I'm always nitpicking about this, but yeah, the drone flies very good. It pulls, like, it goes fast if you want to. Crazy. And you, oh my god, you can hear the noise. It's not super loud, you know. Usually when you push a 2.5 it makes a ton of noise. What happened? And also having the propellers up in rebounds, you can land on the grass, and that's something I was missing. You see? I was missing this. Every pusher drone I fly, you land in the grass, you cannot pull up anymore. So that's very nice. And yeah. It also seems to be quite efficient, even if I just rearmed, so I don't know the time we've been flying for. Yeah, that's a shame. I will check out the video length and write it on the screen. But yeah, very, very, very impressed. Very impressed. You see? Flies pretty good. And also this camera, the Polar Micro Nano, how it's called, the small one, is better than the big one actually. I don't know why, but I was trying the big one a couple of days ago, and this is much better. No shimmering, no. It feels like a nebula, but 16:9, I would say. I don't know at night, maybe it loses a bit at night, but yeah, it's not. Oh wow. Pretty nice. Let's put it in angle, because I'm curious how it flies in angle. Yeah, maybe I need to pid to change the rates. But it's super stable and powerful. Wow, very nice drone, really. Oh, it's dropping the volt. Okay, I guess I destroyed the battery. I wasn't looking at the voltage really. Yeah, I flew for a bit, but let's take 30 seconds off that because you don't want to fly over that. And wow, I'm super impressed by the way this drone flies. It's one of the best flying 2.5 inches I've flown so far. And Iflight really knows how to pit them. The motors are like 45 degrees, but it's 12 o'clock summer here. I'm hot, the drone is hot as well. And it's nothing scary, like it's barely hot, nothing crazy. I was pushing it and yeah, almost destroyed the battery. I was having too much fun probably. And there you go, I just made the mount for my own naked GoPro. I tried to be very close to the original TPU. It's dampened, should be no problem. And this cable, I had to solder it. It doesn't come with the drone and it's a shame because this is a Cinewhoop and Iflight. 99% of the people buying this drone are gonna put a naked GoPro on it. So why don't you include the cable? You have to open it and remove the Cadex Vista and go fishing in there to solder on the battery leads. It's not super hard, but if you are a beginner, it's not the easiest job ever and you risk of dropping lead on your flight controller. It's not really the best and it should come from the start. Anyways, it's 1:30 o'clock, the sun is piping down very hard. Of course you are supposed to use an ND filter on it, especially because it doesn't have dampening, but I'm gonna fly without anything, automatic shutter, and if it doesn't have jello I'm gonna be super surprised of this drone and probably it's gonna go on my backpack. Other than that, I'm gonna probably design the dampened mount because I like having the peace of mind that whatever I do it doesn't have jello, and sometimes I don't want to use a filter and I want to be sure it doesn't have jello. So let's fly and let's see for ourselves. So far on the main camera there is no jello at all on the FPV one, so this has a good chance of not having it on the HD one. I'm gonna fly slow like a Cinewhoop to begin with. I'm gonna go to the shadows a bit. Ah, that's the perfect target. Wow, this chicken has seen better days for sure. Come on. Go super slow. This is the slowest chicken chase ever. But the range of this drone, okay, I was, yeah, losing a bit, but the antenna is very nice. Okay, time to push. So far so good. Oh wow. Yeah, you can feel the GoPro a little bit because it's all the way in the front. And the battery strap is right at the center. So really you cannot push it back. That's another, I don't want to say downside, but grit I have with this drone. Like, push the battery a little bit back because everybody's gonna put a camera, and the camera I use is one of the lightest people are gonna put on there. So really the weight is gonna be all in the front and it's not the best, and then there is no way to push the battery at the back. It still flies nice. Getting some confidence. Yeah. A little bit of shake, but I mean, for a Cinewhoop, 2.5 inches is one of the best flying ones so far. You are probably seeing it. And it's also very powerful. When you give throttle, it goes up. I'm only doing this trick basically, but okay, yeah, maybe, yeah, you can do acro, but just be careful. Oh, we have another chicken. He just hid in there, look at him. Come on. It's full of chicken. What's happening? What's happening with the camera? Oh my god. Are you seeing this? I hope it's recording. Are you seeing the Polar? He went to night mode, I believe. But just... No way, this is bad. Oh wow. Cadex Polar, what the hell are you doing? Okay, I went to a very dark spot, but you should go back to the light mode. No. Wow. I need to... No, okay. That's the weirdest thing ever. Cadex Polar Nano, don't go in, in dark places and go outside, because this looks like, wow, EMP. I don't know. Let's land. 3 minutes 45 with a GoPro. It's nice. Kind of efficient-ish. But we also pushed a bit, so I cannot complain. I can complain about the Polar Nano. This thing, it never happened to me. Like, okay, you corrected the exposure, but when I go to the light again, you should go back. Super weird. And now the motors are very hot, like 70 degrees. They are much hotter than before. Summer again, in winter is gonna be better. It's like 37 degrees out here. Having the weight in the, especially the front motors are hot, because having the weight in the front is not ideal really. Because you see the center of gravity? Oh, I'm just super impressed, because I watched the GoPro video, and this drone, without anything, without any filter or soft mount, it doesn't have jello. Like, you can see a tiny bit sometimes, but remember, this is the worst condition to fly at and to record at, because it's 1 o'clock in summer, super overexposed, super bright, and the shutter speed is super high. And wow, I mean, if you put an ND filter on this, it's gonna be battery smooth. It's crazy. So, final opinions about the Protek R25. For me, I didn't expect this at all, but this drone is going way up in the leaderboard of the best 2.5 inches drones available, because it flies incredible, one of the best flyers. It's quite quiet, it's very stable, like the carbon is quite thick, and there is not much vibration going on, which is nice for the camera. And also, it's fairly efficient, 4 minutes with the GoPro, 650 4S battery, and the digital drone, it's fine. It's a little bit more than average, I would say, so it's not bad. On the cons, for me, it's a little bit heavier than it should be. It could be a little bit less, like here. The weight distribution is not super thought out, because the battery sits in here and then the drone is front heavy. It could be, this part could be removed, up and down probably, made a lighter drone. Really, I'm nitpicking, I'm just giving my observation to make a better drone next time, but this is very good. The USB port on the bottom, if you land on mud, it's gonna get stuck with mud. It's not a super nice choice in my opinion, but that's what they had with the space. It comes only with the 2.4 GHz Express LRS, not 900 MHz. You should add the option, in my opinion, because people are gonna wanna fly with 900 MHz. And that's pretty much it. Pretty nice drone, even if I was nitpicking with the cons. Wow, Iflight, very nice job. I hope to see an improved version of this, because you are super close to make amazing, perfect drone. Wow. And as always, remember to like, subscribe and comment on this video. Let me know what you think about this drone and about the return of puller motors, not pusher. They are going the different way of every other brand, but it paid out basically, so I'm excited for that. And remember, if you need to buy anything, click on the links down below. You will help my channel a lot, and I'm grateful. And stay safe and happy flying. Bye!